Hey, church family. I'm here with Pastor Luke Harding and Dan Waisner. And a lot of you guys don't know this, but they're actually going to be going on an international mission trip here in just a couple of weeks. So, Pastor Luke, would you just tell us a little bit about when you guys will be leaving and what the trip's all about?
Sure. So, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday on October 18th, Dan and I are joining with a partnering group from Ridgecrest, and we're going to be going to Lesotho, Africa. It is a tiny mountainous country inside of South Africa. And Dan and I have taken several trips there in the past, and so we're excited to be going back. This trip has been scheduled since earlier in the spring, and we're going to be working with, they're called the Basotho people. It's a really rural, really impoverished area in which we'll be sharing the gospel. We have a valley that we've been working in. Ridgecrest has adopted a valley, and we're getting to partner with them and one of their trips there. And in this valley, there's 7 villages in our valley. It's called the Makwaba Valley. And so we're going to be working there, sharing the gospel. This is going to be my 5th trip to Lesotho. How many trips have you been on? 3rd trip. And so we're just excited to be going back and be sharing the gospel with people there.
Awesome. And Dan, could you tell a little bit about what exactly you guys are going to be doing while you guys are in Lesotho?
Like a day in the life looks like this. We will go to the valley. It's about a 45-minute drive from where we're staying. And it's an unreached people group because it's just really, really difficult to get there. So we have to get permission in each one of these 7 villages that Luke said from the village chief for permission. So the very first day is just kind of scheduling our week out, making sure that we have permission. Then we share a gospel presentation. Their heart language is kind of a fear power. And so we share a gospel that reaches people like that. It's called the Two Kingdoms Gospel Presentation. And it's the same gospel message as us. We just share it in a Basotho forward way. Then that gospel message is then broken down into 4 different parts, kind of discipleship. And then there are further discipleship lessons. We'll share our personal testimony of how we came to serve Christ only. Yeah. And then in the middle day, like Wednesday, then we've got a great opportunity. There's a secondary school there, about 160-ish kids there, and we get the full day to serve at that school, share the Jesus film, and just kind of share our gospel presentation again there. At the very top, so we have these 7 villages. At the very top of this valley, there's a new one that's only been touched one time. And so we're really praying for an opportunity to go up there, again, share the Two Kingdoms, gospel presentation, and those sorts of things at that very unreached people group. And really kind of my favorite part of the whole deal is just the children. There are children everywhere and children that are lost, that just don't have really a hope for the future if it's not for us or other people that go and share the hope of Jesus.
Awesome. Sounds like a great opportunity and sounds like it's going to be a great trip. Luke, can you tell us a little bit about how we as a church can partner with you guys?
Sure. Church, we need you partnering with us, and primarily we need you praying for us. And so we've been preparing for this trip for months. But when you go, we're going into darkness, and we're going to where the gospel is not known or where it has been suppressed. And so be praying for open doors. Just pray for guidance. You never know. When you get there, plans are always going to change just a little bit. I like to say we plan well, and then we hold those plans loosely. So wisdom and just where to engage and who to talk with. And so open doors for sharing the gospel. You can be following on social media. We're going to do our best to send back some updates while we're there in the valley every day, just showing you a little what we are doing, some specific prayer requests. We've got a prayer guide that we're going to have here at the church. So it's got a bit of an itinerary. You can follow along with us and be praying, and then also just be praying. We'd love to see future trips going, and so maybe this is something that God is going to be working on your heart, and maybe something you want to join with us in future years.
Awesome. Sounds like it's going to be an awesome trip. Church, let's commit to praying for these 2 guys and really their whole team. And thank you so much for watching.